So here we go, Peter Andersen, Denmark #1 player. And I know there's going to be some tremendous pinball here. John Cleese, sorry, yes. So you are actually John Cleese, that's even better. Right, John, okay. Right, so you see him spin the spider, and he stops it on the coffin, which is exactly the right place, and the coffin gives him, lights the lock, so he can play the lock here, so he just does that. But it also gives him an extender on that multi-ball, so when he loses the balls on the coffin multi-ball, they will come back. So we'll see, I'm absolutely sure we're going to see that more than once. And that, I think, is the end of the ball. That's Peter will be really disappointed with that. Don't forget, this is Pingolf scoring, so you really want to get that first ball. That first ball is really, really important. You need to try and get above the 15 million points with that ball one. So Robbie Sutter, the veteran from Switzerland, and he won't mind me calling him that. So he plays the lock in a more conventional way. Okay, so plays a ramp, one ramp lights the lock, and then up the side of the ramp around the orbit in order to lock the ball. Robert reminds me of one of my great uncles. Robbie is one of the real gentlemen in pinball. Yeah, okay. Okay, so not quite sure what's happening here. Some malfunction, that's Dirk Elsals opening the cabinet. He locked the ball and it's not registered the lock, that's why. So the ball went in here, there's a sump hole here. And it clearly didn't register. Now that's strange, because this machine's been played all day. We now have our technician with us, Kim from Electric Friends. He arrived mid-evening, so he's already been working through the machines to try and clear some of the small errors that we've had on them. And the thing with COVID is, okay, so that was a stuck ball at the top. So I think you will have to put it in the shooter lane, because I think the flipper power gets killed with the door open, I believe. So, okay, so he puts that successfully into there. All excitement, isn't it, eh? Ooh. You hit the right ramp, it's stuck on the top rail. Yeah, it's stuck on the top rail around by the ramp. So, but he's got the lock lit, so we can now shoot for the second lock when he gets the ball back. You can also actually spin the spider again now. So that does actually give him a slight advantage, but that's just the outcome of a malfunction of a sub ball. So there we go with lock 2.
One more for multi-ball. Better be careful.
Okay, so that's enough bumper hits to complete this part of the Scared Stiff mode, which is called the laboratory. So laboratory is completed with, I think it's 20 or 25 bumper hits. Whether these players will be playing for Scared Stiff, I wouldn't have thought so. I would have thought they would be looking for the points just from the coffin multi-ball. Oh, and he went one too far, so he didn't manage to get the coffin multi-ball extender. And that really does sort of make you play the game a slightly different way. So it needs to relight the spin now, which you do by shooting the right ramp. Nicely nudged, and this is where Robbie Sutter is a real master, is the ability to anticipate where the ball's going, see it going into danger, and just give the machine that slight nudge to keep it safe. This is Coffin multi-ball starting, but I don't think he has the extender to go with it. If he did, there would be 2 additional lights flashing at the bottom between the flippers. So jackpots on this multi-ball are the ramps, and yeah, expertly shooting ramps left and right, which you have to do. Okay, but now he's out of multi-ball, and because you would normally have the extender, if he'd have hit the coffin on the spin the spider, those balls would have come back after he lost the last one. So, no, it didn't have it. Does he have the crate extender? I don't think so. I don't think he has that either. There's another ball stuck there. He can probably clear that by just knocking it in. Oh dear. Now they're going to have to open the machine. If it had managed to hit the crate again, that ball would have obviously fallen in. And that ball is still Robbie's ball, so yes, it's not end of ball. He needs to either knock that into the crate or get a magnet and pull it back out. That's actually quite an interesting one. What do you as a referee decide to do at that point? So the thing that tells you that is, you probably can't see it, but there are 2 small yellow lights here that illuminate when the extender's on. I think that you probably can't see them because the flipper's a bit too low on the stream. We'll see. When we see another player playing the multi-ball with the extender, I'll see whether we can see those indication lights. So, spinning the spider again. I would imagine he will still go for the coffin. Okay, that's the next. Okay, so he's actually doing quite well getting towards Scared Stiff here. So he needs the deadheads, he didn't get it. That's the only one he wants here. And that's the 3 rollovers at the top. And it seems to be fighting him. That's again a great nudge to save that ball. And great catch as well. He's an awesome player, Robbie. He's absolutely great to watch. Okay, get the deadhead. Yay! Okay, so that's deadhead complete. So he's now completed the whole of these missions or attainments, and now we start Scared Stiff. So this says put out the lights, prepare, hit the jackpots, prepared to get Scared Stiff. So that's my translation into English of the German text there. And Scared Stiff mode is a combination of ramps and crate. Oh, and the ball drain. So he only managed to get 1 advancement on Scared Stiff, and that only gives him 6 million. So he's got to do that again. So that was a bit of a disastrous ball for Robbie. All the way through Scared Stiff comes to another mode, past Party Monsters, which would get you to the 15 million. So this is Stefan Herold. Stefan is Germany's, I think, number 3 at the moment.
Lock is lit. Better be careful.
Stefan is another nice player to watch. He plays a very controlled, considered game.
Ball 1 captured. Heading for the deadhead.
I've lived in Germany, Dalton, for, it's christened it. I've lived in Germany for 8 years, and my German is really abysmal. I work in a German company. And that's a bad train. So nobody blowing this machine up yet. We've got Stefan. We've got Paul. We've got Paul Englert, player 4. We'll see what Paul can do. Paul's been playing absolutely awesome, and he actually went for double trouble. That's a strange choice. But I'm absolutely sure he knows what he's doing. He's going straight for the crate.
I'm warning you.
So okay, this is a different way. I didn't even take the crate extender, so I assume he's actually going straight for Scared Stiff here. He's an amazingly confident player. Double trouble in the crate. So yeah, he's getting double points. Isn't double trouble on a timer? Doesn't it only last for a certain length of time?
Hurry! Wake me up when you're done.
But this accuracy is amazing. I mean, I don't know what his scores are advancing to. Oh, and he drains, okay. And you see, no extender, so it seemed a little strange, that logic. I'll talk to him over the weekend. He clearly knows something about this machine that I don't. He's going straight for the next multi-ball.
Ball 1 captured.
And I say, if there was a logic to what Paul is currently doing, it's forget multi-ball scoring and just go for Scared Stiff. And this isn't normal tournament play, so you're not playing for the high score, you're playing for the quickest score above 15 million. Oh, and that's a bad drain. Okay, interesting position. Nobody taking a hole in one. This is Peter Andersen. Peter was actually IFPA number 1 ranked player for a while, and will be trying to get that position back again. He, I believe, has also won the Classic tournament here today.
Get to the laboratory. Shoot the spider hole. Lock is lit.
He seems to be struggling to find that lock though. Okay, so that's ball lock 1.
Ball 2 captured. One more for multi-ball.
Absolutely great dig. Gets the second lock lit. Another ramp just to make sure, and then takes the lock.
Hey, get
So here we go with the coffin multi-ball.
this. I'll get him up.
And I don't believe any extender to go with it again, so I'm sure these players are playing for Scared Stiff and wants to multi-ball. But during the multi-ball, the other modes advance. So things like the deadheads and the leapers. The leapers are these little targets here on the side of the ramp. So you have to hit all those, and that gives you this leaper challenge over here. Or is that the lab? Anyway, one of them is called leapers. And Peter now trying to get the extender before taking this multi-ball. Okay, so so there must have been another ball there somewhere. He's managed to clear that. That's released. So we should see Peter playing alternate ramps. He loses the lights I were talking about were these. These are the extender lights, so that shows he does actually have the extender weight. They now go out because the extender has been used. Unfortunately, Peter out of multi-ball and drain, so only 5 million points after ball 2. So Peter is going to take a minimum of a 3 on this hole. 3, of course, is a birdie. No, sorry, 3 is par. So how much time do you give the player to release the ball? Yeah, good play. I mean, he was clearly trying to release the ball. So yeah, I would say that's. Referee's decision. I'm not a streamer's, but we can always have a discussion about that. Okay, so Robbie ball up 2. This would be his second multi-ball, wouldn't it? This would be second coffin. The great thing is looking out here at this sea of people all watching this stream is really quite nice because they're quiet as a mouse. They're all really focused on watching some absolutely tremendous pinball. Okay, so don't forget Robbie will be working towards the second scared stiff, and that's more difficult to do. Well, it's no more difficult to do, it's just you don't normally have the extenders, but we didn't use the extenders in the first scared stiff, so. Lock, there we go. So, second multi-ball starts, and this is a very good chance to attain the 15 million on ball 2. That will be what Robbie will be hoping for. So, jackpot 1. The extender hasn't been used yet, I don't believe. I think that was just pure ball save. So you can see that the extender is still available. That's what the two lights there flashing indicate. Nice. Very nice. That's great double ramp shooting. Awesome play. This is and he's still not used his extender, of course. So the challenge for him to get to scared stiff again will be the crate. He can't advance the crate during coffin multi-ball, so we will need to make some dangerous hits on the crate after he comes out of this. Unless he's already at 15 million, of course. So if he can manage to score enough jackpots, then he will have achieved the objective. Let's see what he finishes up with after that. Oh, sorry, still two balls left. So the 2 jackpots. Okay, and out of multi-ball there is one final grace jackpot. Okay, nice slap save to get to keep the ball in play. And he's achieved the 15 million. Well done to Robert. So Robert takes the 2. So Stefan Herold. Stefan Herold is player 3. Hey, spin the spider! So he now goes for the crate, he misses it. So the crate gives him an extender on the crate multi-ball. It doesn't if you don't hit it. But he at the moment is more interested in the coffin multi-ball. But he's having trouble with that lock shot. Okay, so that's lock 2, I believe.
Ball 2 captured. One more for multi-ball.
And as long as you don't hit a switch, you can just let the ball drain as many times as you like on Scared Stiff. That's why you see these players doing that. The ball's coming back. It's actually set to ball save. I think ball save after lock or something. It does give ball saves when you're not really expecting it to. And you saw Stefan just about walked away from the machine there, and that's obviously something that players are told never to do. Okay, so we need another ramp. Having trouble with the ramp as well. Okay, finally nails it. And can he nail the lock? No, he can't. Wow. That is normally a sort of shot you just feel, that orbit shot. If you repeatedly don't get that shot, it can be really, really off-putting. So anyway, welcome to everybody from watching the JDL Pinball stream. We are here at Fulda. This is young Paul. Paul will be looking to get a hole-in-one on every game, so we'll be already disappointed that he didn't get a hole-in-one on this. So let's see what he can do. This is multi-ball start of the coffin multi-ball, and he will need to get a lot of jackpots from this in order to get to the 15 million. Oh, Paul, what are you doing? That's the... did he have the extender? He didn't, did he? So, if Paul now wants to go for a Scared Stiff, which I would imagine would be the next challenge, then he needs to light the deadheads, and he needs to light the laboratory. You can choose the laboratory from here, which is what he was trying. That's this very bottom target on the spider, and that would have given him so many bumper hits without actually hitting a bumper at all, which is quite nice. That was a great. You see that? That was a great nudge of the game. So, okay, so Paul again will not be taking a 2. Rich Mallet, hi there, Rich. Nice to see you. Nice to see you watching in. Rich Mallet, of course, UK. I'm not sure whether you're number 1 anymore, Rich. I don't. With the change in the IFBA rankings, I don't know where anybody is anymore. But an awesome player. He's been to Fulda many times, and you are always welcome back, of course. So, what's Peter going to choose next? Crate. There we go. So, crate extender. It gives you a couple of hits on the crate as well. So, it gives you an advancement towards the crate multi-ball. Is these couple more? And once it's finished, it opens the door of the crate and the ball goes in. So, this is crate multi-ball starting. That's the extender used, so now he needs to not lose any more balls, ideally.
Great shot. Nice move. I can tell you've done this before.
So he's on 7.7 million. So still a way to go. Less than halfway.
When you're done.
Straight down. Okay, so takes the final jackpot, but so he's got a long way to go. The scared stiff is now the route, so that completes the deadhead with the rollovers. He has the lab, I believe, left to complete. And the lab is achieved by doing that. You have to shoot once in order to open the feed through to the bumpers, to the laboratory. So the next shot to that ramp, the next shot to that orbit would go to the lab. Is not happy with that. Is the crate set to hard? Yes, I believe it is. It's not as hard as I've seen it. I think isn't that a setting that you can actually make it as in easy, medium, hard, and very hard, and that. I know I've played some scared stiffs where it's extremely difficult to open the crate, but I think that's more to do with the detector not working correctly.
Get to the laboratory.
So Robbie, of course, doesn't need to play his third ball because he's already achieved the target score. We can actually put some scores in now for the other players. We're on ball 3, so Peter gets a 5.
Lock is lit. Hey, get up. What are you, dead or something? Watch this. I'll get him
Okay,
up.
multi-ball start for Stefan. And the machine's definitely fighting him, isn't it? You can see that it's not. It's been incredibly difficult to control. He wants to shoot for the right ramp. That's the extender about to kick in. That will give him balls back, but he can't afford to lose any more. Okay, so he's now in a control position. Needs to shoot that right ramp. Misses. And it's just not playing very nicely, is it? Doesn't quite make it up the ramp. And it's just not, she's not getting the clean shots. There we go, there's the jackpot. But one more jackpot. No. Too late, the grace period had expired. But he takes the first lock of a second multi-ball, so he's still fighting, but he's got a long, long way to go from this score. He's actually going straight for the second multi-ball, rather than going for scared stiff. Nice control, so this time he needs to shoot 2 ramps in order to light the locks, and I think that's multi-ball start, so that's well done by Stefan. That's a good recovery from the situation of the first multi-ball, so let's see if he can do better on this one. The feed over isn't working for him. He really should try and stop doing the feed over, because it's putting him in trouble every time he tries to do that. So. See? Stop doing it, Stefan. It's like the balls don't want to be controlled. Don't control them. Okay, 8.3 was that, or 8.9 million? 8.5, 8.5 million. So he's currently still on a 6. The bonus on this machine is not very high, so he really wants to get himself into a much more comfortable position than this. Okay, another jackpot, that's always good to see. Okay, he nearly managed to bounce it over. Okay, that's nicer. Okay, this is more like it, Stefan. Will be the end of that multi-ball. He completes his deadheads. I think would go now for scared stiff, so into the crate. His crate is very close to being ready. The extended doesn't really matter, it's the qualification to the scared stiff mode that he really wants. Having said that, you can increase the value of the jackpots on the crate by shooting the ramps. You don't normally see people doing that, but it is a feature of the game. So keep an eye on the score as he gets these jackpots, these crate jackpots. Okay, so here we go with Scared Stiff. Woo! So it would be nice to see Stefan, well, it would be nice to see one of the players get all the way through to
I hope.
the end of Scared Stiff. So your first shot is a ramp, second shot into the crate, third shot a ramp, and alternate backwards and forwards, and the progression is basically up this set of numbers here till you get to the top. So crate this time, there we go. So that's level 4. The ramp can be either side, so that's level 5. That's level 6, doing well.
Are you scared yet?
So ramp. Level 7, crate. Level 8. Level 9, and into the crate. There we go, wow, well done. So, awesome. That gives him 5 million points for getting to Scared Stiff, and I think that's enough to give him the 15 million for the game.
Easy, Tiger.
So, well done, Stefan. Ah dear. Anyway, look, we're trying our best. Who said we're supposed to be professional? I'm sure somebody did. Oh, that's unfortunate drain. So he's going to finish up there with a 6, I think. 8 million. Yeah, will be a 6 for Paul. So that's not the start that he wanted. Puts him in a definitely a dangerous position. So Dirk, of course, knowing the tag of Stefan Herold, STO. Okay, so Robbie Sutter is player 1, and okay, so let me update these. Stefan will be player 2, 3, 4.
Extra ball is lit. Player 2.
So the system we operate here in Fulda is the person who wins the one game plays first in the next game. So Stefan Herold steps up, ball 1. Just check my phone. I'm just going to check that I do have the right Pingolf scores here. Just hang on a second. No, Stranger Things is actually not that score at all, so let me just change that. Okay, so the target score on Stranger Things is 100 million, so that's a little bit more difficult to achieve. Oh, nice nudge by Stefan there. That was very good. And this machine is, of course, very similar to Attack from Mars, but has more slightly more complicated rules. But the basic objective is to do 3 of everything. And that starts one of the modes whenever you complete 3 of each of the inserts of a ramp or an orbit. And the multi-ball is enabled by hitting these 2 green targets that lights the locks, and the lock is then shot up the ramp here. Now this is a pro, so the balls don't stick on the back glass. Okay, I mean the target scores have been sort of worked out over a number of tournaments. Stranger Things hasn't been here that long, so there is a possibility it will need adjusting. But don't remember you've got to achieve this in one ball. So okay, that's multi-ball start, and multi-ball shoulder jackpot shots. And then you can multiply the jackpots by shooting the ramp, the lock ramp, and you collect the jackpot in the left-hand eject hole, which is here. Great save again. Okay, so that gives him a jackpot of 1.1, but you see where we go from here. Oh, that was awesome! Somebody should clip that. That was a great sort of save from death. So he's not playing the upside down mode, which is oh, he did play it. Yeah, it's always dangerous. So let's see what he finishes up with there after bonus. This is of course ball one. Dina straightening up the display camera, and we can now actually see the scores. So 68 million. So he's well on his way to 100. Hey, Joe Soap, good morning. I think you've been on this stream twice in a day. So you've been to sleep, or hopefully you've been to sleep and you've come back on. Okay, anyway, good morning, good to see you. Oh wow, that's there's a few surprises coming in this final. You know, Robbie Sutter, if he can hold himself together on this game with a 2, or Stefan with a 3. The two favourites here would have been Peter and Paul. Yeah. Joe Soap sitting here with his morning tea in sunny Brisbane. Yeah, nice. We've been here all day as well, of course. It is in fact 12:30, so not too late.
Knock down the drop targets to battle the Demogorgon.
Wow. So Paul didn't score very much at all on that ball.
Player one, you're up.
We're going to have a bit of a turnaround here. I think it's not going to be as predicted. I'll show you something about these players when we go from game 2 to game 3. So Robbie with 5 million. Now this machine probably doesn't suit him that much, but he is a very good multi-ball player on fast machines. And he is a great slap saver of the ball. Nice one, Robbie. he catches the lock shot there, so the lock is now lit. Okay, gets control. Plays the lock. Misses. Second time. Okay, so that's lock 1.
Ball 1 locked.
So starts the mode. Would be nice to actually get the multi-ball. You can backhand that. So one more lock for the multi-ball with the mode running will give him some serious points. Okay, and that's something I didn't know. I didn't know whether the multi-ball would start during upside down mode, but clearly it does. So does the upside down mode still continue working? It looks like it does as well, so he could actually get quite a lot of points from that centre target. The one flashing purple. But that's very quickly out of multi-ball, so Robbie will be, I think, disappointed with that. He had a mode as well. 46 million, that puts him to a 7. Now, he has one more left to play, of course, so
You're up.
yeah. He's played for 50 years now from the age of 6. Yeah, that's he's probably spent a lot of money on pinball. If you consider all the tournaments and the travelling and the hotels and the ignoring the machines themselves, it's not a cheap hobby. Okay, so Stefan opens the Demigorgon, which you need to shoot up in his mouth here, which is like a big flower. I think it's difficult to take a monster that looks like a flower very seriously, but anyway. Okay, I think that's it's still on ball safe, so he keeps getting the balls back. And he does get some serious points for hitting the Demigorgon, so it is worth going for. He's up at 80 million now. Demigorgon closes.
Last night, Joyce.
Demogorgon attack is lit.
Okay, so Stefan starts the mode as well, and he only needs another 15 million points. He's there, he's already there. Okay, well played. So reaches the 100,000, and that is ball. Was that ball 2 or ball 3?
Free game.
But
Player 3. You're up.
I can't read that. Is that ball 2 or ball 3? Can somebody tell me if they've been paying attention? It's ball 3, isn't it? Because yeah, Peter had 2 disastrous balls, so Stefan will take a 3.
Sweep the bottom lanes to light mystery.
Ball 2, okay, thank you. So we need to wait then. We need to wait for the next ball. So is that order definitely right, no matter what the score? Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. This is a nice control multi-ball, isn't it? This is commentators curse he then loses the ball, but he takes. He's only on 40 million, so he's still a way to go. 40 million is a 6. So what does he do next? Mode, Demigorgon.
For a Demodog attack.
Hey, if things get worse, you call me first. You call me.
This is getting tense. So Peter starts. Mode is in upside down as well. He's going to play it. He has certainly has the reactions to be able to anticipate. Oh, but he didn't. Wow. So he finishes on 76 plus bonus. See what that score finishes at. 81 million. So he takes the 4. Okay. And we're going to pull some scores up on here as well. Stefan, of course, took a 2.
Player 1 is up.
And okay, so we're not quite there. Robbie is actually on. Robbie is starting on its ball 3. Some great reaction play here in the by Robbie. Okay, so mode completed. That moves him on to nearly 80 million. So he will be in a strongish position. I think with bonus that will take him to a 4. Yeah.
Player 2 is up.
Okay, so Peter on 80 needs another 19 million to save a point. He's already on 4, so getting over 100 would take him down to a 3. The ball's stuck behind the drop targets, but that will find it as soon as it comes out. And Peter takes the 4 also.
Player 4, you're up.
So, wow. So, this is not really what we were expecting. I'll put the scores on so far. Paul Englert obviously yet has to play, so he currently is taking a 7, so he would be up to 13. And we've seen Paul Englert completely blow this machine up here in Fulda, so he knows how to play it, he's perfectly capable of playing it. And here we go with multi-ball start. Okay, so he needs that side shot, that side eject shot. There we go. Okay, so that was the super jackpot, 12 million, doubled by playing the ramp. Wow. And that's the end of the game with 4 million bonus, puts him on 33, so yeah, Paul takes a 7. Let me just show you statistics on these 4 players. So Paul Englert is currently ranked 17th in the world, Peter Andersen 2nd, Robert Sutter 10th, and Stefan Herold 63rd. So we have some pretty high-ranking pinball players here playing in this final. So Tina's coming to tell me, I think, that the rig is now ready. So let me just update that player order. Okay, so Walking Dead, I think a machine that pretty much everyone knows. A great favourite of the stone machines of its time. Difficult machine to play. Difficult machine even for these top players to play, because you have to play dangerous shots in order to get the points in The Walking Dead. Target scores, sorry, I forgot to update those again. Just give me a second. 3. Okay, so target scores are 50 million. So again, 50 million points is definitely quite achievable in a game. 50 million points on ball 1 is not the easiest thing to do, so that's the way we tend to set Pingolf scores. They are checked actually by the IFPA as well, because in order to get the number of meaningful balls, it wouldn't be accepted for the players to achieve every player to achieve it as a hole in one. So Peter lights the prison, begins to clear the prison yard, which he does by hitting the major shots or by hitting the prison itself. Okay, so Bicycle Girl's still running. And Peter doing this very professionally. Oh, and then a drain, wow. So, the drama continues. Paul, I think, will be feeling a little dejected. He's currently on 13 points, so but he can still, if he gets a hole in one to give him 14, then he could still finish up in third place, I think. Okay, so it takes Arena, which is the highest scoring of the modes. So you'll be wanting another couple of shots on this. So 3 million starts multi-kill, not one more shot. So back to the drop targets. That's the end of that ball. One loose shot and straight out. That's typical Walking Dead. So here we go with ball 2. Still everything to play for, particularly between Stefan Herold and Robert Sutter. They are obviously clearly the favourites at this stage. And Stefan will know the last thing he wants to do here is take a 7. So he doesn't need to get a hole in one, but he does need to get better than Robert, or sorry, at least as good as Robert. Oops. Yeah, Stefan going to take a bit of time out. He's just walked into the bar. I think get a bit of a chat. Robbie's out here as well, so they're watching the game on the stream, which is easier to watch than hovering around the machine itself. So this is Robbie back. No, Johannes. Johannes couldn't make it this weekend, unfortunately. So we will undoubtedly see him again very soon. So, which mode is he going to choose? I would guess barn. That's the normal one. So the shot he makes here will determine the mode. So that's the barn mode started. And then continue to hit that same mode, that same shot, as many times as possible. And the reason people choose barn is because it is the easiest shot to hit and gives quite considerable points, but probably not as much as 50 million. So yeah, maybe Paul's strategy of choosing arena was with that in mind. So barn's still running, so if Robbie can hit the barn shot again here. Okay, so the value keeps increasing. Nice. And okay, barn. Oh, he got the final shot. Barn just finished. He's on 35 million now, so he needs one more mode. Oops, and that's his second warning, so be careful, Robbie. Okay, that's bloodbath lit as well, I think, so yeah, this should be game over, I think. If Robbie completes this, then it could be a tie break between Stefan and Robbie. Lots of possibilities yet. We'll not try and count the final scores. Yep. Oh, that's wonderful. That's Toby leading him off like an old pensioner. Wow, that's so. Yeah, awesome. That's really good. He's not actually won yet. He took that in a 2. And if Stefan manages to achieve it in a 3, it will be a tie break for first and second place. So anyway, whatever. Robbie did get a 2, which is a very, very good score with 50 million on Walking Dead. That's probably the most disastrous game on Walking Dead I've ever seen Peter play. However, let's see what happens. He's still got one ball left, so these players are still capable of taking a 3. That's a nice way of transferring. Paul was that a lot, that type of shot. He was doing it on Stranger Things if people noticed. Oops. And 20 million. So here we go with ball 3. So this is the key one. If Stefan can get to 50 million, then he puts Robert into a tie-break situation. If he can't, then Robert has definitely won the tournament outright. And that's it. So that's the. So he finished up on 5 million, which is a 7. So let me update the scores where they're currently on. Let's see what Peter actually needs to do. So Stefan Herold's on 12, Robert Sutter's on 8, Peter Andersen's on 9. So Peter, if he completes in 3, will drive a tie-break between him and Stefan for second place. So the thing with these top players is they never give in and they never stop fighting. And unfortunately the machine was fighting harder than Peter was. So he finishes up on 22 million, so it takes a 6. So current position again, let's have a look where we are. So Peter Andersen on 15, so Paul actually can't do anything other than 4th, so this ball is actually immaterial. He will play because he's on Bloodbath and will definitely want to just achieve the 3, but that will still put him on 16 points, so actually tournament over. So well done to the finalists, well done to the winners. Of course, there will be a presentation ceremony tomorrow morning for the trophies. We have lots and lots of trophies. You should see the massive trophies that there are in the dining area in the stage. Okay, so I think that's the end, and let's see what score actually Paul achieved. That's Toby looking into the camera. I didn't see the scores there. I think it's 45 million, I believe. Let's have a look at the scores. Ah, okay, 104 million. Right, okay, so it was the 3. So, I do know the outcome of the classics, I think. Let me just go to a sheet. Just hang on a second. Pinball Final Classics, no, it's not completed on my sheet. Just, I will go and find out, because, as soon as Dina comes past, I will ask her about the classics. I'm pretty sure that Peter Andersen won, but I have been wrong before. So, right, okay, so that's pretty awesome. We have a result of obviously Robbie Sutter, the one everybody loves, coming first place with 8 points, 242. That's pretty amazing with those scores. So, thank you for the follow. And in second place we have Stefan Herold. Again, great result for Stefan. Nice to see him doing well in the tournament. Peter Andersen takes third place, and Paul will be disappointed with that back in 4th place, but he's been playing really, really well. And we're going to see him in more finals through the next couple of days of streaming. We're back here again tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. The tournament starts at 10. If I take you to this schedule, I can show you what we are planning to do. So there is a Swiss mode tournament with 10 rounds of qualification, and then a fairly large final round of the top 32 playing best of 5 games, working down 32 to 16 to 8, and then the top 4 will play a 4-2-1-0 3-game final.